Most affairs don't start in a hotel room. They start on your phone.
Yes.
Welcome to Love Lessons with Team Dean, where love is intentional and relationships are built to last.
Yes.
My handsome co-host.
My love, how you doing?
I'm wonderful sitting next to you.
Wow.
My love, this is the second episode of a very touchy subject, controversial subject, but I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why are phones causing so many relationship problems?
This is definitely a trending topic on social media because people have built a bond with their phones. And it is the thing that they hold dearest to them. They don't leave home without it.
That's true.
They may forget their wallet, but they're not going to forget their phone.
You turn back around to get your phone.
They got Apple Pay, they got their banking information, credit cards are on the phone. So the phone has become one of the most intimate objects that we live with now. It's almost become a part of our bodies. It's become almost a part of us, like another organ. We can't live without it.
An extension of
An extension.
That's good.
A
My
third
love.
hand.
I never even thought about it like that.
A sixth finger. We can't function without our phones. So yes, people are defensive. They're guarded about their phones. And as I said, it's become a part of them. And so the idea of another person wanting to invade it or take it or invade their privacies is offensive.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, my love. But I never even thought about it like that. When you start talking about it being an extension of us.
Yeah.
But that's true, because we will be halfway somewhere and realize that we forgot our phone and turn back around. We'll be late. It doesn't matter because we have to have that device in our hands. But babe, I've also realized and learned that can also stem from someplace else. Yes, it is a phone. It is a part of who we are, and we need it for business.
True.
We need it for everyday use.
Yes.
But then also I realized that those phones, they are the gateway for emotional cheating.
Yes, they are the gateway because, as once again, you're guarded. You use it for a bunch of different things. But some people, if your heart is not right, if your intentions are impure, then the same thing that I can use to make money with,
That's good.
the same things that I can use to educate myself on, the same things I can use for entertainment. I can watch a YouTube video. I can watch Love Lessons with Team Dean podcast.
Yes.
The same thing that I can use to help myself, to edify myself, to advance myself. Some people use it to be deceptive.
That's right. That's true.
Some people use it for scamming. Some people use it to cheat. So they may have apps on there that shouldn't be on there. They may have text messaging apps that they're hitting. They may be on dating sites. They may be using it to store photos that they're getting. They may be using it to inbox people, DM people. They're liking photos that they shouldn't be liking. They're communicating with people and having unhealthy and inappropriate relationships with other people, and they're hiding it on their phones. And so it all depends on the heart of the person and the motive.
That's true.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And even with that thought, it can be something innocent.
Yeah.
And before you know it, a DM, a text can open you up to all types of things.
If you're entertaining, you can go down the rabbit hole because something simple as, hey, let's say you're on Instagram.
I hear you.
You're on social media. Somebody sees your photo. They inbox you to tell you, oh, I think you're beautiful.
Something that simple.
Something that's simple.
It's an open door.
Open door.
And so, babe, let me ask you another question. Where should we set the boundary when it comes to being in a relationship and what type of access our partner should have when it comes to our personal things, such as our phones?
Where should we set the boundaries?
Yeah, like when is it saying, that's too much? You're invading my privacy.
Right.
And even though we are a couple, even though we are together, I have autonomy, you have autonomy. And when is that line being crossed when it becomes too much?
I think it depends on the people, depends on the couples. It depends on what you have established. And if you have had distrust and you're trying to regain that distrust, you're trying to rebuild the relationship.
That's good, my love.
Your boundaries might look different. If I'm the one that committed the infidelity or whatever, then I have to prove myself to you that I'm trustworthy, and that might mean giving up some of my access to my phone just to rebuild a relationship if I'm serious about it.
I hear you.
Now, some people, some marriages, such as ours, because we have built our relationship on trust and transparency.
Absolutely.
We don't have any boundaries,
Correct.
but we have respect and we have honor. We know not to cross the line, it can't be from the place of I demand it or I'm entitled to it.
That's good.
No, it's a place of love and respect. Hey, I don't have anything to hide. You need to use my phone to make a call. You need to use the phone to take a photo. You need to, whatever it is, there's nothing for us to hide. So you can have access to my phone. So it all depends on the people. Yeah.
I love that. So it depends on the relationship
Yeah.
and what that relationship's foundation is built on. I love
Agreed.
that. And babe, this is another thing that I've learned just in talking with friends and even just having conversation is that, emotional cheating, it starts small.
Yeah.
It seems innocent. Example that you gave of just someone sliding into your DM and telling you how beautiful you are. And so like we've even shared before that because our relationship is built on honesty and transparency, when something like that happens to us, we tell each other.
True.
If someone is flirty with you or someone's flirty with me or, just having that honesty and transparency in a relationship helps alleviate all of that.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yes, my love.
Still talking about the phone, but because we brought communications in it, how long should a partner wait, whether they got a text message, whether it was out in public that someone saw them, whether they got an inbox? Oh, since we're talking about transparency in relationships and communications and the danger of these phones sometimes, secrecy versus privacy. How long should a partner or a spouse wait before they communicate to their partner that someone has either crossed the boundaries, expressed their like or whatever you want to say? How long? Because I think all that contributes to.
No, my love, that is a phenomenal question.
Yeah.
And for me, I think right away.
Right away.
I think even if you have to do it in a text message and say, hey, babe, some woman hit on me today. I have to talk to you more about it later. Because I think when you don't address it right away, talked about this before, it makes room for the enemy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It is an open door and it may seem harmless. It may seem like, oh, no, it wasn't a big deal. He just, but then you never know.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is that emotional cheating can then lead to something even greater.
Yeah.
And then also with emotional cheating, I've heard people say that it hurt them more than if their partner were to go out and physically cheat.
Yeah.
Because now their feelings and emotions are tied up in this individual. And it doesn't even necessarily have anything to do with the physical.
True. That's true.
Yeah. Wow. And so I think also, babe, then we also have to look at the type of relationships that we have and what can lead to that emotional cheating.
Right.
Like work conversations.
Wow.
You and I we laugh about this because it's crazy to us.
Yeah.
But like people, oh, that's my work husband or that's my work wife. What does that mean?
That is interesting.
Is it now?
It is interesting. I think it can be harmless. I think in the beginning, it depends on the dynamic. Is this a work?
Hold on. Would you be comfortable with me referring to another man as my work husband?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I didn't expect you to say it like that.
Absolutely not.
I hear you.
But I was going to point out, is this a person that I know?
Even if it was a person you knew.
Is this a person that you know?
I see what you're saying.
Do y'all have a friendship? Do y'all have some type of relationship?
I see what you're saying.
I just don't play games like that.
I hear you.
I just think you shouldn't plant those seeds.
I agree.
And no.
And no.
No.
All right, babe. No,
I don't care. I know that society has a lot of titles and things that they do for fun, and it could be harmless. But when it comes to husband and wife, I think
some things are just.
I only have one.
I
have one wife. I don't have no play husband. I don't have no work no play wife. I meant to say.
Hey, we just talking.
I have no play wife. I have no work wife. I'm just saying.
I hear you, babe. We just talking.
Just making sure we have an understanding that.
Babe, we clearly do. Okay. But babe, you know what? The simple fact, we're laughing about it, but this really is a thing.
It is a thing.
It's not a thing for us because we know that is a non-negotiable.
Right.
The thought of you even playing, oh, this is my work wife.
Yeah, we don't play with that.
We don't play with that. But I think also in doing that, you can make something. That's where the open door comes in too, babe.
Yeah.
Like those work conversations, and then that can roll into something else. Are you still in communication with your ex?
Right.
And what does that look like? Does your current spouse or your current partner, do they know that you still communicate with your ex?
If there are kids involved,
that's completely
we
different.
understand that it's different.
But
however, even that, you have to be
there
transparent
still has to
about.
be boundaries.
You got to have boundaries. That's an
Absolutely.
important word.
Absolutely.
And there has to be a lot of communication. You have kids with another person. The person you're with, you need to communicate with them so that they don't have to ever wonder.
Right.
You don't want to intentionally create suspicion, intentionally create insecurities in your partner. You don't want that.
Like, I remember you and I were listening to some stories, and I'll never forget this. And this was a true story. So this gentleman, his son and his son's mother needed a ride to the airport.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They needed a ride to the airport. Now, this man is married. He didn't tell his wife. He never even mentioned it to his wife that his son and his son's mother needed a ride to the airport.
Right.
So he took it upon himself to pick up the son's mother. The son took them to the airport, and when the wife found out, she was very upset because there was no communication.
Yeah.
And he was offended by it. He felt like he didn't need to discuss it with his wife. He felt like, this is my son, and I want to make sure that he gets to where he needs to safely. And his mother happened to need to go as well.
Yeah.
And there was no issue. He could not understand why his wife felt so disrespected because that boundary had been crossed.
Right.
Even though those two have a child together.
Yeah.
So I think even in an instance like that, like you said, about transparency and communication. And so also, babe, what about these social media friendships that we see that come up? You're on social media, and maybe you're an influencer, or maybe you have content, and all of a sudden you get in these inboxes, and there's communication, and it's a hello, I enjoyed you, and you're beautiful. And what about that?
One of the things that I thank God for, babe, is after you and I met, we got married, I took a break from social media for quite a while.
A decade.
Because
a decade.
Because as a single person, there was a lot of emotional relationships, long distance, nearby, a lot. And when I say a lot, because if
you're entertaining a lot,
you're entertaining a lot, because you want companionship, you're lonely, you want to spend the time, you want to pass the time, you're not secure in yourself. I had a lot of emotional relationships through social media, because there are a lot, like you said, people love what I was posting about women and encouraging women and the positive affirmations I would always give. And people love that, especially women. They love that.
Good.
And so, yes, many of them would express interest. Many of them may not have had an interest, but just simply love what I was doing. But all those things could be open doors if you entertain them. So I do thank God that that's not a problem anymore, that all these years have passed, and it's not something that I look for or desire, because those things could be. That's why I said communication now is the key. Anything that happens like that, first person I need to speak to is you. I need to share it. I mean, I even share when scammers text me pretending to be some women or be whatever. I even show that to you.
You want to meet me tonight at 8:00?
Yeah.
It'll be some sexy, seductive photo, and you will screenshot it in and
send it right to you. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. And babe, you know what? Most emotional affairs, they begin as conversations that people promise are harmless.
Yes.
And it really, I'm sorry, but that is really how it starts.
Yeah.
It can start off harmless.
Yeah.
But because you're not honest with your partner, and then you entertain it too long, then you find yourself in this inappropriate relationship with someone else, and now you're being deceptive, and now you have to lie.
Yeah.
And now, all these things just begin to pile up.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you find yourself in this really horrible situation.
Right. Babe, cheating, I think nowadays, because of the growth of social media, I think cheating very rarely starts in a hotel, at a football game, at a restaurant, face to face.
I got you.
Cheating very rarely starts there. I think now it starts in your phone. Because before you even meet a person, you may have met them on a dating site.
Oh, that's good. Swipe.
You might have
swipe right or swipe left. Which one?
I don't even know.
I think it's swipe right if you like, swipe left if you don't.
You may have sent them a DM.
The other day.
and this back and forth. I know too many people.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Well, you slid in my DM and look at us now.
Yeah, I didn't just slid in your DM. I was sent your DM.
By the Lord?
No, by your friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I was being religious.
Right.
The Lord sent you? No, your friend sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm glad I did.
Oh, don't do that now.
I'm glad I did.
I hear you, my love. Me too.
Last DM I ever sent.
Thank God. No, but oh my goodness. But you know what? Like you said, babe. And plus, a lot of relationships aren't ended because somebody cheated physically. They're really not. It's because somebody has crossed the line digitally.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. It really is crossing that line and that boundary.
Right.
And I think also, babe, these phones, we have too much access.
Yeah.
We have too much access to other people, and other people have too much access to us.
It's easy.
And just think, it's not like you turn your phone off at night.
Yeah.
So even so people can be texting you, calling you, inboxing you all hours of the day and night. And that's another thing, having too much access to you.
I think you have to set boundaries for people.
Absolutely.
I am not responding to your text message past a certain time.
That's old school, but I'm here for it.
And it all depends as well how I'm actually feeling. I might shut down at 7 p.m.
Right. That's true.
If I'm mentally needing to remove myself from the world, from too much television, too much screen time. If I mentally need to remove myself, then you might not get me after 7 o'clock. Then again, it depends on who you are. If I'm up 10, 11, whatever time, I may decide whether or not I want to text you back. Now, I can tell you that happens so rarely, I can't even remember me doing it. But
yeah, as a married woman, I don't text anyone.
That's right.
That's just me.
Yeah.
But we do have a friend that y'all used to be up texting all hours of the night.
Who's that?
Lisa? I go put her name out there.
No.
But yeah, like our friend Lisa, because you guys were night owls, but she's my friend as well. Yeah. And it's never been like that.
It's usually different. Because we were working on projects.
Yeah. But I'll be asleep. And y'all will be, and it wasn't inappropriate. See, that's something different.
Right.
And so I think also, babe, what's important is how can we avoid conflict in our relationship when it comes to this phone? Because I'm realizing, babe, more and more, you and I are talking about this, right? But this really is an issue for a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships. Like people are at their breaking point right now, babe, when it comes to this, because they have a spouse who don't understand that, listen, this phone is coming in between us. And sometimes it's not even just the dating. Even when you and I go out, babe, we're intentional. We turn our phones over and we're like, hey, you know what, babe? No phones. Not that we have anything, but because it's something else that pulls you in.
You gotta pull away from
something else that takes your time.
Yeah. You have to pull away and maintain your autonomy and not let these devices control your time, control your relationship, control your energy, control your mind. Sometimes it's just too much. You've been texting and calling all day.
That's true.
You're scrolling half of the day. You're using it for work. You're always on your phone.
Always.
So yes.
Always.
So sometimes,
and some of us even have work phones.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Turn it off.
That's good, babe. Turn the phone off.
Yeah.
Listen, let me just say this. If you really love your partner, if you really love your spouse, listen to me. Do not allow a phone, especially if you love them and you want to keep your relationship. Do not allow a phone to break you up.
Right.
Even if you have to go as far as, I remember when I first started dating my husband, there was somebody from my past who refused to let it go.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I went right to the phone. I went to the store and I had my number changed.
I think you had to do the same thing for me.
Yeah. I mean, she kept calling.
Yeah, you did it. But hey, you have power. Don't let this technology control you.
Especially, like I said, especially if it's a relationship that you value and you love.
Right.
Don't let a phone come between your marriage.
Right.
Don't let a phone come between a relationship that you have worked for and y'all love each other. True. Don't do it. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Because then, and then it's too much. the emotional attachment, the living a double life to hide. I know some people who have 2 phones and their spouse don't find out about it until later.
I know people who keep the other phone in the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, I can't. Let me tell you something. I can't even keep up with my
Too
phone.
much
Half
work.
the time, 80% of the time, I don't even know where my phone is.
Right.
And I'm like, babe, where's my phone? What happened? I think that's another thing. Just be mindful of who you're with and what you want, and do not allow something. And it sounds easy. Like, it might not sound easy, it might sound hard, but it's really not.
Right.
To allow a phone to come between you and your marriage or you and your relationship.
Yeah. You know, having to do things, babe, like deleting text message and hiding apps within an app.
That's right.
Changing people's names on the phone. You know, you calling them McDonald's. McDonald's.
And it's Maggie.
When it's actually Wendy's.
That's funny. That's good.
When it's actually Wendy, you know. That it is too much work.
It is.
Takes too much time and too much effort, and it creates unnecessary conflict.
It does. Oh, that's good. Unnecessary conflict.
Unnecessary conflict.
It does.
You're trying to protect your feelings. You're trying to protect your secrets. You're trying to hide things because you don't want to be exposed. So now you're in this relationship. You're in a relationship by yourself because you playing all these games. You're lying and being secretive, and your partner may be suspicious of it. Your partner may know nothing.
Right.
But you're putting in a lot of work trying to keep this facade up, and it's just too much.
It is.
I don't want to be with somebody who has to do all that.
And like we've shared before, it takes a lot to be deceptive.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. And you have to remember what you did before and who you talking to and what you got to hide. And it's just too much. And I think also we have to realize that this is really causing issues for people. I know we're kind of laughing at some things, but this is really, for some people, it causes anxiety.
Yep.
It causes trauma. And what it does is it doesn't allow you to trust.
Yeah.
Because you have been so hurt. And some people are in good relationships, but because they've been hurt before by someone who was a liar
and who probably used
deceptive
their phone
and who used their phone to lie and deceive. Now that trauma, you take that into a new relationship, and your new partner doesn't deserve it, but because you have not been able to reconcile that, because you have not been able to really work through that trauma and say, you know what, I'm in a better relationship. This is not the last relationship I was in. This is a different person.
Yeah.
And so we also have to consider that as well, that the things that we do, they can cause trauma and anxiety for those that we love or are in a relationship with.
I agree, my love. And
wow.
But as I mentioned in the first episode, even though people may have experienced trauma and people may have experienced past betrayal by a partner who used their phone to be deceptive, and to be sneaky, taking calls in the bathroom, doing all those things we talked about. It is not the responsibility of the other person to make you feel secure. But I do believe if you love that individual, if you are trying to build truth and build transparency with them, I do think that you should give them access, or even if it has to be limited, give them access to help regain that trust. Because if you're the one that betrayed them, then you should.
Absolutely.
If you're not the one who betrayed them, you should work with them. Now, if it becomes too much work, because sometimes no matter how much access you give a person, if they're just insecure with themselves,
that's true,
because they've been cheated on, or maybe they cheated,
that trauma needs to be worked out through psychotherapy. And that's okay.
Yes,
that is okay. We are advocates.
That's not your responsibility to fix them or make them feel secure.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I think, babe, that we're living in a day and time where the phone, man, it's really having more power than it should have.
It does.
It has more access than it should have. When I was doing my research, I came across this counselor whose name is Jordan. And what she said was that we should give grace to a person who's experiencing anxiety.
Yeah, that is great.
What she said is that we should give grace to a person who's experiencing anxiety because of a past experience. They're trying to feel safe, and you can help with that. It doesn't mean that you have to give up your autonomy. Doesn't mean that you have to give them access to everything, but they're trying to find their trust again. And you might be that person who helped heal them and help regain trust. And they finally see, here's finally someone I've met who isn't going to do me that way, who's not going to betray me, who's not secretive, who is an open book. And that can be all the world. I can speak about us. And as I said to you, the person before you, I was constantly asking questions. I'm constantly doubting. I'm constantly wondering.
You needed that.
Yeah,
you
because
need that reassurance.
Yeah, because there was a lot of deceit. There was a lot of lies. But when I met you, we had open and transparent conversations and communications, and we had a real transparent relationship.
Absolutely.
So that I never had to go looking, never had to ask. We just respected each other. That's what it came down to. We respect each other to the point that we share, we don't hide anything, and it brought me to a place of safety.
That's that healthy transparency.
Yeah, where I didn't have to be insecure about a person being deceitful. So I felt safe to share all my secrets. I feel safe to say, hey, babe, you can check my phone. I don't have anything to hide, and I think that makes all the difference.
I think that is it's the foundation. It's having a healthy, strong foundation.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, some relationships, there are cracks in the foundation,
Right.
because there may have been, like you said, there may have been infidelity, or there may have been other emotional affairs,
Right.
or any of those things. And so I think it is important that even if the foundation is cracked, that does not mean that the relationship cannot be salvaged.
Right.
Can't be, yeah. And it doesn't mean that the relationship cannot be strong, right? And so what it does it takes that healthy transparency, my love, that even though there's cracks in the foundation, when I am transparent and honest, I'm filling in those cracks.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
And then there's a mutual trust that we begin to build,
Right.
because I'm being honest.
Right.
Because in the past, I have not.
Right.
In the past, I have given you reasons to
Right.
go through my phone. I
Right.
have given you reasons because I was not honest,
Yeah.
and I was not transparent. And so now, because I want to build this healthy relationship and want to have a strong foundation in
Right.
our relationship, now we can set a boundary.
Yes.
Because I have showed you that, yes, I've made a mistake, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild your trust, because I am the one who broke your trust.
Yeah.
And so I think that's important, my love. And then in doing so, I think that is where mutual respect comes in.
Yeah, my love, trust is not built by forcing access.
It is. Oh, trust, say that again, my love.
Trust is not built by forcing access.
That is profound.
You
That's
can't
so good.
Regain your trust by demanding that a person let you have access to their phone,
right,
access to what they're doing.
Right.
You can't rebuild trust like that.
Oh, that's
But
so
trust
good.
is built by eliminating all the reasons for suspicion. So for you trust me because I don't give you a reason to be suspicious.
And thank God you never have.
Right.
You've never given me a reason to have the desire to go through your phone.
Yeah.
You've and I thank you for that, my love.
Hear this out though. Our goal isn't for us to inspect each other. Our goal is to respect each other.
Oh, that's good.
We're not trying to inspect, we're trying to respect. And so I don't have
the difference?
Well, inspect. I have to keep digging.
I
have to become an inspector.
I got you.
I have to investigate you. I gotta always be on your case. I'm hiding. I'm taking pictures. I'm trying to see if I can catch you slipping.
You always tracking me on 360.
But respect is
I got you.
I don't have to do any of that.
That's right.
I respect you enough not to create a situation. I respect you enough to communicate to you if a situation arrives.
Right.
I respect you enough not to create unnecessary insecurities. I respect you enough to maintain your trust.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
That is so profound. And I think also, babe, just to sum it all up, let me ask you this. If your partner asks to see your phone tonight, like if I asked you tonight, would you hand it over without hesitation?
I think we have that type of relationship where I don't have to hesitate. History speaks for us. Well, I don't even have to be in the same room. There's never any fear of you having my phone.
Oh, that's
so
so
I would not hesitate. I think in the first episode, I told you why I would have any hesitation at any point. Usually it happens around Christmas because usually I'm ordering you all type of stuff. I've got photos of it, delivery dates is coming, stuff. And I don't want you seeing my surprises for you. So usually when I'm planning something for you, that's when I might be a little bit more guarded with my phone. But no, if you want my phone at any given moment, I'm more than happy to share that with you.
I love that, babe. Yeah. And that just goes to show that the strongest relationships, they don't need to be perfect.
Right.
You know, we don't have to be perfect people, but we need honest people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, just being honest and transparent with one another.
Yes.
Listen, we love you all and appreciate you.
Yes.
Love is a daily decision. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep choosing love. We'll see you next week.